We all know the physical sensation of being unable to look away. When you encounter something immensely beautiful, or when you are deeply in love, your eyes stay locked onto the subject, almost involuntarily. Now, compare that highly intimate feeling to standard global religious practices. Most traditions demand we lower our eyes in submission. Staring directly into the face of the divine is often framed as arrogant and outright dangerous. During the Hindu festival of Janmashtami, millions of people share a piece of audio that ignores that boundary. These specific words are an intimate, romantic confession. The lyric translates simply to, "Oh my Keshav, oh my Kanha, how can I take my eyes off you?" How does the architect of the entire cosmos end up the subject of such an intimate, almost obsessive physical gaze? Unpacking the language in that single line of poetry reveals a specific psychological mechanism, one that shifts the deity from a distant cosmic force into an intimate companion. It starts with the names. Keshav invokes ultimate authority. It represents the cosmic, all-encompassing Lord of the universe. The scale is massive and intimidating, but immediately following it is the name Kanha. This brings the universe down to the size of a playful toddler or a deeply familiar lover. It is entirely unthreatening. The worshipper holds two contradictory ideas in their mind at once. They are addressing the infinite bounds of reality while simultaneously picturing a close, affectionate companion. By deliberately pairing these two identities, the terror of an all-powerful deity dissolves. The overwhelming scale of God is bypassed entirely, leaving room only for affection. To cultivate an emotional bond with something beyond human comprehension, you have to make it intimately approachable first. This emotional framing is the engine of the Bhakti movement. Historically, this tradition bypassed rigid, deeply intellectual religious rituals and prioritized raw, poetic surrender. Distant, formal respect falls short here. The stated goal for a practitioner is to cultivate profound romantic devotion or fierce familial love, which brings us to the physical mechanic mentioned in our lyric, naina, or the eyes. Love requires a line of sight. There is a specific term for this, darshan. It is the active, auspicious exchange of vision between a human and the divine. This illustrates the mechanics of darshan. Looking at a deity isn't passive observation. It opens a literal, energetic channel, and it flows both ways. The devotee projects concentrated devotion forward, and the deity pours grace backward along that exact same line of sight. Unlike reading scripture or practicing silent, eyes-closed meditation, this locks the practitioner into an immediate, deeply physical moment. The psychological result is powerful. External distractions and worldly anxieties are overwritten by pure visual captivation. Asking, "How can I take my eyes off you?" operates as a literal instruction. Sustaining that visual communion is the mechanical goal of the entire practice. Energetic transition. You can see this ancient philosophy playing out at massive scale during modern celebrations of Janmashtami. The deeply intimate one-on-one gaze of darshan expands into a sprawling communal experience, yet it retains that intense emotional core. When you look at those viral social media clips layering this lyric over images of Krishna, it is a digital 21st century evolution of the exact same devotion. Millions of people sharing 15-second audio snippets are participating in a massive collective act of spiritual remembrance and shared fixation. It democratizes the entire process. Accessing profound spirituality here does not require a specific temple or a priest or mastering complex theology.
The tradition argues that the highest possible state of enlightenment can be achieved through a simple act of pure, unadulterated adoration. "Oh my Keshav, oh my Kanha, how can I take my eyes off you?" True devotion is achieved at the exact moment the boundary between the human and the divine dissolves into a single, unbreakable gaze.